Cooking is like a music. The ingredients are like notes and the dishes is like a melody. Is it your motto?
At the age of 10 years old, I start to go to work in the restaurants because that was the quickest way to bring money home, really. So it's not a nice story, but yes, it's true.
Do you remember the most turning point in your career?
When I came to Poland, probably, we broke through in 13 months with the Michelin stars. We went to the selection of the world best restaurant, category junior.
Why don't you taste your own dishes? He earned with his team Michelin star for both Senses and Nuta restaurants in Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really privileged to welcome Andrea Camastra.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
It's very nice that you that we are the part of the interview. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You know, we know each other a few years already.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That was you know, it was like as I said before, a different day.
Yeah.
Amusing. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. First question is a little bit tough.
Right?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Why don't you taste your own dishes?
Whoa. Yeah. It's not a tough question, actually. It is a very. So just to put into perspective, so people that they understand.
Yeah.
I don't taste the final dish, but I singularly taste everything. But there is nothing that comes out or goes on the plate until I didn't season it first. I didn't check on the flavor or some intensifications or not. So I do taste individual parts, of course.
Yeah.
The final dish, once I balance the flavor of every ingredient and the seasoning, and I tell them which proportions needs to be on the plate, because proportions on the plate, it's just about probably the most important thing. Because if you disproportion, I don't know, garnish with sauces compared to the protein and everything else, it's going to be off balance.
Okay.
So I don't really need to taste it. Plus, it's always nice to have this surprise that nobody, not only we don't taste, we never presented before as well. So the presentation is like a surprise for everybody, because I'm a person that believes that when the food is, when the components in the dishes are executed perfectly, they have their own color and their own shape, and they will be presentable regardless.
Okay.
So I don't use lots of silicone molds or something. I'm more on the artistic side. And of course, we have some little sculpture like everybody else, but mostly we don't use this stuff. And I don't know, we don't taste because I know already that it's going to be okay, since I taste all the components individually. And the presentation thing, you know, everybody, when we change menu, okay, that's what it's going to look like. Nobody knows. When you tell for the first time, it's a little bit of, you know, kind of a surprise, adrenaline. Until now, it never went wrong. Hopefully, finger crossed, it's not going to go anything wrong. Sometimes happens, rarely I would say, that something needs to be tested. More than tasted, it needs to be tested. For example, now we have one new starter in like sort of fresh starter in the beginning of the menu. That, in my opinion, needs to be tested. Not because of the flavor, but we are looking for a particular shape of it.
Okay.
And we'll have to check, because this will be cooked to order. If it's going to keep this shape or not. So, but generally, no, I don't know. I don't need.
What inspires you when you are creating new dish?
Those people, yeah. I don't know. I'm not this kind of a dramatic chef that tells you that goes to walk on the park or goes in grandmother's knees making pasta. No, I wasn't doing any of this thing. Menus, they come out very randomly, because likely now I have this amazing team in here. And I don't need to prep in the morning. I don't do preparations.
Yes.
So I have time to think a bit, but standing here with them. Of course, sometimes I do things when there's a need to help, of course, but it's a very large team of people in here. We are in 10, 11, I think. But then the menu comes very occasionally, sometimes we are talking about something and one word comes out, or somebody in the kitchen says, no, my grandma used to make, when I'm home, this. I said, you know what did you say? Backward a bit. You know what, maybe we can interpret that in this way, and then one word from one mouth, one word from the other mouth, and couple of months later we have a new menu. Likely, I think our point of strength is that we don't have any technical issues. So we can basically technically execute everything, whether it's a traditional method, modern molecular gastronomy. We have a very extent skill set. So when you don't have technical problems, very easy to speak your mind. So you don't have to try.
But the technology is still important in your kitchen?
It is important because the modern approach that we're using here, I think, is a bit different from the others, probably. Of course, we have the foams, the powders, the air, all these things, of course. But a modern approach, we use it basically to fortify flavors and keep a natural appearance of things. This has to do with the understanding of a little bit of chemistry behind the food or the cooking processes. Yes.
Cooking is like a music. The ingredients are like notes, and the dishes is like a melody. Is it your motto?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, from a person that has a very strong background in music in general. Well, yes. Yeah.
So you feel the dish? How do you know that it's perfect?
It's an instinct. I've been doing this from 35 years, and I'm 45. So I take it more like one is the main part, and everything else are ghost notes. So they have to play lower, but together they complement the main part of the dish, or the pièce de résistance, I would say in French, which in general it's a protein. If we talk about a protein, I don't know. You know, through the experience, probably you get to the point that you will know what is going to play nicely. You will know if you need more acidity in one dish or more fattiness in a dish, something lean, something fresher. What we generally do, which is something that I particularly like, even in winter time, we make winter dishes, but they are quite fresh. We try to keep everything very intense in flavor, but on the light notes. We don't use lots of jus or heavy sauces. Just a touch in there. We prefer to use juices from vegetables and turn them into sauces.
Czy wiesz, że większość restauracji nie zna swoich wyników finansowych i dlatego też upada? Często wydają pieniądze, których nie mają. Ciesz się spokojem i poznaj ofertę, umawiając się na bezpłatną konsultację na www.v4b.pl.
What was your path from the family kitchen in Apulia to the Michelin star in Warsaw?
Right. My father's side, they're all academics. So they're all professors, teachers, bank managers, lawyers, doctors. And from my mom's side, they're all in the gastronomy business, all of them. So I've got one uncle that is a baker. I have a couple of uncles that were chefs, floor managers. So I got thrown into it pretty early. The reason being, I was not supposed to be a chef. My father wanted to make me a doctor and a musician.
All right.
But unfortunately,
he was close to, yeah?
Yeah. Well, no. He actually managed. I managed to achieve both.
Yeah.
So what's happened is he passed away. I was 8 years old. So I was a little kid. Okay. And basically we had a need of bringing some money home. So that was the main reason. So at the age of 10 years old, I started to go to work in the restaurants because that was the quickest way to bring money home, really. So it's not a nice story, but yes, it's true. So because he was 42 years old, so very young. And there was I was 8 years old, my younger brother 4. My older brother, he was 13, and my oldest sister 15. So 4 kids in there in need of feeding. So that was the main reason why, basically. And then I started to like it, and I went to culinary school. I finished the institute. 18 years old, got the luggage, got away, traveling around the world. I went to visit all of these uncles that I've got, because one is in France, 3 are in Luxembourg, one is in Switzerland. So I could have, go to them first. Then I got really into it. Then I entered this chemistry side at the age of 21 in England. Got a few qualifications, masters, molecular gastronomy, Nord by Nord. I got more and more into it. The more the time was passing, even now I feel like I'm 45 or 35 years that I'm doing this job, but every day I still feel very much into it. It's not even a job, it's a proper lifestyle. Because when I'm here, obviously working, when we are on holidays, are more of a gastronomic culinary tour. It's always in the middle of it. The Sunday, Monday, when the restaurant is closed, we are off. We think about what we have to eat. It's literally a lifestyle. I feel really comfortable being in the restaurant in general. It doesn't have to be in the kitchen. I can be on the floor, sitting down here. I feel really confident. I feel very comfortable and confident. I feel really comfortable in kitchen clothes. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you cooked something that you were proud of?
I cooked some spaghetti with mussels in this small place where I went to work for the first time. So in this place where I was working, because basically I live very, very close to the seaside. We're talking about 20 meters, really, really close.
Yeah.
And there was this restaurant on top of this rock, beautiful. A very old-fashioned restaurant, like a money making.
Still operating?
It's still operating, but they changed 4 or 5 times the ownerships and everything else.
Okay.
We talk about 35 years ago. Was there already from 40 years.
Yeah.
And I just entered into this place. So look, I'm 10 years old, boy, south of Italy, 35 years ago. Yeah. You go to work whatever age. Yeah. Now it's not all this new rules, no, but before you could do it.
Yeah.
I entered and said, look, I really need to work. I need to bring some money home. And I was 10 years old.
Yes.
A real kid.
Yes.
There was like a very strict family restaurant. There was a husband and wife. They used to have some land, used to bring his own vegetables. The rest was on the seaside. The wife was in the kitchen. The husband was outside opening fresh seafood. And then there was in the kitchen 2 daughters. And the son was the floor manager, you can call it. It was really a shithole. So, but beautiful, just literally on top of the sea, on the rock, starting like that. The sea was
wow, amazing.
Yeah, the view was breathtaking. So what happens is, I was that young that they took me like sort of a mascot by the heart. So obviously I was going to work summertime, because in Italy we have a long school break because it's really hot. So we're talking about 3 months, sometimes over. So I was going to work there during those summer breaks, but they liked me that much because I was a little kid, compassion, that I became a friend very good friend with the son of the owner and with the family as well. Yeah. And the winter time, they were going sometimes, used to close the restaurant, they used to play cards just between friends, but they were much older than me. I was 10 years old, they were between 30 and 50.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I never had friends at my age.
Wow.
Much older than me. So while they were playing cards, I was staying next to. Sometimes, it was really close to home. I'm talking about maybe 3 minutes of walk.
Wow. So you've got a really short childhood. This was just 10 years. Wow.
None probably.
Wow.
Close to nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't regret it. I really don't.
But you are still working really hard.
Yeah. Because I like it.
Good.
Yeah. I really love what I'm doing. So, and then I've got those are a bunch of amazing guys in here. So the time passes really nicely. So in this the time they were playing those cards,
Yeah.
I was obvious. I was not playing, but I was there watching next to the sun. Everybody was a friend. They used to cuddle me.
Yeah.
And then they had this break, let's say, where they had to eat something. I said to the guys, I will do this. And I went there and made them this spaghetti with mussels, and they really liked it. And
All right.
so, yeah.
And it was the first dish you were proud of.
Yeah, because it was for like 7-8 people. So cooking a plate of pasta for a lot of people, it's quite difficult.
But do you remember the most turning point in your career?
When I came to Poland, probably.
To Poland.
Yeah. I mean,
It was because
worked-
of Ania?
as well. That was one of the reasons why. But I mean, before coming to Poland, I worked in a multi-Michelin star restaurant for a long time. Yeah, 2-3 stars. But the real turning point, it's when I came in here, because I actually found a new identity towards what I was doing. Because until before I was coming to Poland, I was doing I don't know, Italian, French cuisine, English maybe, whatever, there's a bit of a mixture, something. You don't have really your own style or your own identity. Coming to Poland, I said to myself, okay, if I really have to open a restaurant, let's make it fun for me and for the locals.
Yes.
If I would open an Italian restaurant, a French restaurant, getting the Michelin star straight away, of course would have been really nice, but that would be obvious. Italian chefs coming from a multi-Michelin star background in France or whatever, in Germany, Luxembourg, I was everywhere. That would be obvious, nice, but obvious. I said, why don't we do Polish fusion? Can I make Polish fusion? I said, I think I can.
Okay.
So from that time on, I had my own identity and my own style. Basically, we did not follow any trend. We made a new one. Still up to today, probably we are the only contemporary Polish cuisine. So this is what probably the turning point for me was this one, because I always have something to discover and to refer to.
All right.
My style now
DNA.
is this one, so I follow that way.
Okay.
If anything new I hear around, oops, hold on a minute, let me back it up a bit. As well, it turned out that was really easy for me to do against every odds, because when you come to a new place, when something is new for you, you find the need of studying. So I had to study the local cuisine. If I would tell you,
It wasn't easy.
I need to study Italian cuisine, but me Italian, I think I don't have to. So I start to study. And apparently in the 15th and 16th centuries, there were two cuisines that were ruling Europe. There was a French and a Polish cuisine. So I said, okay, that's why I found a lot of similarities.
All right.
Between these two cuisines, there's quite similarities. So for me, French trained background, Italian, with a French training.
Yeah.
It was not that difficult to make fusion of Polish cuisine with some Asian, Italian, French, because I found out there was loads of similarities.
Okay.
So, and as I said, now I have a point to refer to. I know this is our own style, and I follow this one. Turns out it's unique. So we took a risk.
Okay. But when you came to Poland, did you have the dream inside that you want to get the Michelin star, or it came by mistake?
Look, I worked in many of them previously.
Yeah.
I was one of the main part of a lot of restaurants that got the stars.
Yes.
Even a second and a third.
Yeah. But
No.
it was your aim, or it just came by mistake?
Look, I just said, look, we open something and we see. Well, what is it gonna be? I mean, I'm confident I have more than enough skills to take it for sure. And then we will see. And then as well, 13 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, it was not the same Poland as today. So doing things very modern, avant-garde, it was a risk, because it's not the same gastronomy as now. Now people traveled a bit, so they got used to it. It's a much more modern Poland gastronomically. Before, things we were doing, they were unheard of. Was a very sophisticated stuff, very scientific and technically high, so risky, very, very risky.
Yes.
But we broke through in 13 months with the Michelin stars. We went to the selection of the world best restaurant category junior. So yeah, so it was a strong impact really quickly. I knew I could do it, definitely, for sure.
What happened inside when you get the prizes?
I was happy. I was happy for them because Mia was already there from many years in other restaurants in other countries. Of course, it's always a nice feeling, it's an amazing feeling. But I was very happy for my team because that was their very first. And 12, 13 years ago, there was nothing, so everybody was, oh, you know, this was a big deal, very, very big deal. I was very happy to see them, overjoyed. Yeah.
Wow. What about the pressure? How do you deal with the pressure?
I don't know those symptoms. I don't know what pressure and panic are or stress or anything else. I don't know. I'm probably forged differently.
Oh, wow.
I don't have those symptoms. Never had.
What about the guests' expectations?
They come here, they know that it's a very artistic place, it's very technological, they're always expecting abracadabra, which we actually manage.
That's why you put kebab inside the menu.
Yeah. Voila. Expectations are always extremely high, but I don't pay attention to it because for one simple reason. We here give 101% every day.
Yeah.
We don't cut corners. We give our very, very best daily. So we're gonna be judged on our very limits. So we have no regrets or remorses because once you give 100% of yourself, obviously if you're not performing, if you are lazy, don't perform at your best, then something happens, you will feel guilt about it. But when you give everything you've got, you have nothing to regret. So, and I don't, probably because I had to take the responsibility since the age of 10 years old. Probably this is why I don't know what stress, panic, and pressure is. I don't have those symptoms. I had to watch after my back since the age of 10 and even support the family. So I have always this strong sense of responsibility that probably I don't have time to feel stress and panic. I never have those symptoms, never.
Is it hard to work in Poland, or maybe it's harder than to work in Italy?
I feel extremely comfortable in here.
As we talked before, you love Warsaw.
I love it, yeah, really, really. It's the best capital city in Europe I've ever been living in it, yeah. Because it's safe, it's clean, people are very decent. Doing everything, it's very easy. Living in Warsaw in general is extremely easy. So I'm very used to it.
I worked a little bit with your team.
Yeah.
But do you have to sometimes push them? Or they're just working?
I don't need. Because, I mean, there were times in my previous restaurants and I had a bit of a reputation, if you will, to be the hottest head ever, which is true.
Yeah.
But I was forced to do it.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Once you care about something really, very much, and you sweat and tear on it, you don't like if somebody screws up for you. Here I have no need because every one of them is extremely responsible, are really good boys, those. Apart from being really hard workers and really skillful people, they are very responsible too. Nothing will ever miss from here, whether I'm here or not, nothing will ever miss. Everything will be ready to go at 6 o'clock every day. It doesn't matter if they have to come a bit earlier or stay a bit later in the night. I have no need even in a check-in about them. They are really, I feel I have the best team in the whole world, hands up, and I'm not exaggerating either. I think it's true.
Nice
and we're gonna prove it soon.
Nice to hear that.
Really. Those are very responsible people.
Świat gastronomii jest niezwykle ciekawy. Jeżeli chcesz go poznać od podszewki, zapraszam do subskrypcji.
The team is quite big because I heard that 21 people are working in the restaurant.
21 or 20, if you consider everybody, probably 23.
And we have 33 seats.
30 to 35, yes. That's
Seats,
in
yeah.
the media, yes.
Is it possible to be profitable?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Damn right, it's possible.
All right.
There are ways to do it, like
Yeah.
it's very easy to take start serving a langoustine, caviar, and truffle in every dish, right?
Yeah.
If you cook it properly. We do serve a very expensive product
Yeah.
on the highest quality,
Yes.
but everything is mentioned in small portion because we have a large menu. Yeah. So it's much more amusing if you can perform technically. Everyone can put 50 grams of caviar in one dish, but if I give you a potato and I tell you make this worth a star or even 3, technically, what would you do? This you need to have a huge amount of skills, but then you get more creative and people appreciate it. So it's not very profitable this place. But but it's self-sustainable. But this is not a restaurant that we open to be profitable, even though it's slightly is. It is. Some months more, some months less, but we are self-sustainable. That's our base because we're planning of opening different restaurants. That's your business card, is your credential. Means that if you open something else by us, by having such a high reputation in here, it will be a really good restaurant. You're gonna serve very good food, of course. We're gonna serve amazing food in every place that we're gonna open. But you don't need to have 20 people working. It's gonna be much more simple, even though executed properly, perfect. Amazing, delicious food, but comfort food.
All right.
So all those restaurants, they are not meant to be profitable.
All right.
So already being self-sustainable
Yeah.
and having a little plus every now and again, it's a huge thing. Because I could have kept the star and cut the stuff by half.
Yes.
Still keep it a star level, but much simpler. But I want to take a second star and a third star either. And we will take a second star and a third star. This is going to be, I can guarantee you, whoever is watching. So this place is here to make history, not to make money. Even though, as I said, we are very self-sustainable. We are doing very well.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
It's not easy.
Because look, we are not going to stop in here.
Yeah.
The plan is to open another two, three restaurants. A little bit for fun.
Yeah.
A bit because people want. Everybody asks me, when are you going to open an Italian restaurant? Because it's Michelin star chef Italian, and ladies and gentlemen, it's coming.
All right.
That's the second.
So waiting for.
That's the second time that I'm exposing that, so it's coming. So we're gonna open a real Italian restaurant.
What about your most personal dish? Is it in your menu?
I don't have personal dishes.
Okay.
I like everything.
Hey.
And I'm not the guy who has one. I hate signatures. For me, signature dish means limitations.
What
You are
about
limited if you just serve signature dishes.
okay? What about the Michelin stars and Goemio? What
Yeah.
is most important for you?
They are both important.
All right.
Both. Every one of them is important. Every of the hours that you get are important. We don't work for the hours. That's a very wrong mentality to start with. I know that the young generation now, they just have the hours in mind
Yeah.
and they work for that only. But generally, the more you're thinking about an hour, the less hours they're gonna get.
Okay.
You work for excellence. You have to work for excellence. You work for as close to perfection that you possibly can. You work hard. You have a target, which means that if you do so well, the hours will automatically follow. You don't work for the hours. You work in order for the hours to follow you. Because that's what it is. I don't work to take a second star. I work to be the best that I possibly can. And I'm sure that when the time comes, it will be there. But if you work for the hours, then which kind of motivation is that? It's a very materialistic thing.
Yeah, that was my next question about your motivation, but you just told that.
It's a materialistic thing. You don't work for a plaque, you know. You work for commitment, for motivation, for passion, for love for your work, for ideology, or for artistry, for whatever suits you or makes you happy. There you go. And then if you do it that well, look, the spectators, the critics, they know. They will see it and they will just give it to you. So you need to have. I don't think working for the hours is an healthy motivation. But sometimes maybe you think you're doing it correctly, and it is correct for most of the world, apart from some critics. Maybe they don't like what you're doing. And then you're gonna get emotionally touched, you're gonna get hurt, because how is that possible? You don't, unfortunately, I don't know if I should say that, but
Yeah.
I never cared about what people say, you know. Well, because if you start to listen to everybody, and then you don't live anymore, and
As you told before, you create your own way
yeah,
of your team.
I'm in my own bubble. I know that we are very, very genuine. We give 100% of what we do, and we care. Guests are the most precious thing to us, so we are very organically, genuinely, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about beauty.
Yeah.
Are Polish women the most beautiful in the world?
Definitely. No question about it.
That's why Anya is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, last question. What advice would you give for the young chefs that wants to get the Michelin star?
Work hard and commit to it. Work hard. Don't give up every month or two. Don't listen to others. They do too in, too out, too in, too in, too out. Things don't happen like that. You have to dedicate yourself 100%. If you do something, you want to do this, make sure that you understand that you have to dedicate the biggest part of your life. But if you do it well, you dedicate a much shorter part of your life than the average human being that wait until the retirement pension. So work hard, commit to it, find a chef that you want to follow, stay and be loyal to him. Loyalty, commitment, hard work, dedication. That's it.
Wow. Andrea, it was a real pleasure. Thank you very much for the interview.
Grazie Paolo.
Thank you very much. Grazie.